Dear students, welcome and thank you for tuning in to this video. We are still discussing the concept testing lecture as part of the product design and development course. We are going to discuss in this video the sixth step, that is interpretation of the results. How are we going to extract useful information from the surveys that we have completed and collected as part of our concept testing? We are going to be focusing on forecasting sales that we can extract from the surveys. There is a mathematical formula that we're going to be using, and it needs a little bit of attention. If you remember from the last video, we have asked the interviewees to give us their feedback about are they going to buy our product or not. Those are the 5 answers that our interviewees should give. So I would definitely not purchase up to I would definitely purchase the product. We need to find the percentages of these answers. So if I have 20% said, well, I will definitely purchase. So if I have 100 interviewee and 20 of them said I will purchase this, it means that I have 20% of them are going to be in this category. If I want to use this information, the data from the surveys, I can calculate something that we call Q, which is the quantity of the product expected to be sold during a time period, a specific time period. So here's what happened. If you have 2 concepts that you want to select from, and it's very clear from the answers of the people who filled the surveys that one of them is a winner, that's an easy call. But if you were unable to identify a winner, that will be a bigger issue for us to dig deeper into and find how are we going to decide which one to go with. And that's very basic. But now we would like to give it a quantification, a number, and that's the forecasting sale. So what we would want to do is that, okay, we have an idea about the product that we want to move forward with, and I have all the data that we collected. So how can we forecast the sales for investors and even for ourselves to make sure that our product is going to sell and we're going to make profit? So let's break down this formula. So I have Q. Q is it's the quantity of the product expected to be sold. And that's what we call sale forecast, and that's annually per year. And Q can be calculated by multiplying 3 values, then N, A, and P, and we're going to talk about each one of those. So N is the number of annual purchases, and it's a number of products that have been sold. And A is a fraction of these potential customers or purchases for which the product is available and the customer is aware of the product. And let me break this thing down. So the number of annual N, and the number of annual purchases, you can get this number by saying, well, if I'm usually people buy, let's say, 10,000 bicycles per year, that's my N. Now, A, it's the awareness and the availability. It comes down to, well, if I am targeting people in my school, in my university, how many providers or how many sales companies around or shops around the university that can sell this product? And that's what we mean by awareness and availability. So who is around the area that can sell the product? And the last one, A is a probability. So it's the probability that the product is purchased if available and if the customer is aware of it. And we get this value P based on the surveys that we've collected in the concept testing step. So it's a lot of information, but I would like you to absorb it. And one of the important thing that P is calculated by this formula here, where we have C. This is called the calibration constant of people who are going to definitely buy our product, and this value is a setted value, and we are going to use it to be 0.4, so 40%. And the C probability here, this is the this is the calibration constant for the people who are going to probably buy our product. Now, the F diff and the F prob. So F is the fraction of the top box. If you remember from the previous video, we said that this is the top box. So anyone who said, I will definitely purchase, we consider this the top box. And anyone said that I'm probably going to purchase, this is the second box. So if I interviewed 100, 20 of them said we will definitely purchase, I'm going to put here in the F definite 0.2. If the F probable here, the second box, let's say out of the 115 said they're going to probably purchase my product, I will put here on the F prob 0.15. And this here, the C def and C prob, the reason why we calculate the probability of purchase is to eliminate any bias over something we call respondents to overestimate the probability. There is a bias of respondents to overestimate the probability, and we need to neutralize that bias. So again, quick recap. We would like to forecast how many products we can sell per year. That's Q, and Q is calculated by multiplying N, A, and P. A is the number of annual purchases. We can say, well, if it's something that is well known and available and have some data, previous data, we can say, well, usually if we're selling a bicycle, let's say 100,000 bicycles were sold per year. We'll use that. And that's for our known product. And we're going to talk more about that. A is the awareness multiplied by the availability. It's a fraction, and it's going to be calculated based on, do I have sales point around the area where I'm going to sell my product? For example, if I'm selling bicycles to university students, how many shops around the university are there and how much they are selling? That's A. And we're going to have an example to explain that even more. P, again, it's the probability for the product to be purchased. We can calculate this using the information from the surveys that we collected, and that's F def and F prob. And this is the top box and this is the second box. The C def and C prob are something we call calibration constants, and usually the C def is 0.4 and C prob is 0.2 all the time. We will have examples to explain this even more. Thank you for watching. Until next video. Bye.